Hello, you're welcome to another episode of Movie Dissect. I am Ogenefega Ofili, and I'm standing in for my colleague, Vic Harry. I hope you've not missed him too much. I've just been here for a short time. So, in today's episode, we're going to be reviewing House of Secrets. House of Secrets is a psychological thriller about a woman whose lover kept a secret with her, a secret document with her, but she had lost her memory and because of trauma in jail, okay? 20 years later, a group of people who needed this information from her tried all means to get her to remember a secret code, which would lead them to that document. So that's like a brief of what the story is about. The movie is set in 1999, trailing the transition from Nigeria's transition from military rule to democracy. So it was like an election year. A lot of activities were happening. So let's dive in and continue our conversation on the cast and crew. The cast director was, the movie was directed by Niyi, Akinmolayan, written by Dolapo, Adigun, and Niyi. So it was like two writers on the project. The major cast, it was a well-casted movie. A lot of star actors in Nollywood featured in this one. But the major cast were just a few: Najite Dede, Femi Jacobs, Henshaw, Irele, and a lot more very great Nollywood actors were in this one. The production house was AntHill Studio. By the time we come back from this break, we're going to look at the ratings for this movie. Hello guys, welcome back to Movie Dissect. So we're still talking House of Secrets, a movie. It's currently showing on Amazon Prime, so you could go check it out. A movie directed and produced by Niyi, Akinmolayan. Now let's go into the ratings. For me, I'm going to be rating with 7 parameters. So I'll start with the plot, the story. The story is quite interesting. It's different from the normal Nollywood movie story where you could almost predict, right, from the beginning or even reading the log line, right? But this one was different. And what I liked about it was it had something to do with memory loss. I've seen movies, Nigerian movies, where memory loss is depicted, but it doesn't seem as if the producers or the writers had done their research. For this one, I think Niyi and his crew actually did their research and delivered on that. So the story was quite different and it was cool, really cool. Now, dialogue was normal, basic. I think they didn't want to bore us with a lot of medical jargon, so it was really basic and simple. And I really liked Femi Jacobs' delivery of his every scene he was in. I really enjoyed listening to him in the movie. I go on to sound design. It was so beautiful, the sound. I trust Niyi in all his productions. I've paid attention to his productions and he doesn't play with sound design, especially the soundtrack, the music. In fact, if you go watch the behind the scenes for this production, you see that they actually did like a music video, a music production for this movie. And I think I read one of his tweets where he said they got the music. When he got the idea for the story, he had to get the music, the sound, before they even went to production. So everything was in sync and it was really beautiful. It gave you that Hollywood soundtrack kind of vibe and really cool. Well done for that. So costuming and styling was perfect in my opinion, because they were depicting an era in Nigeria, and I think their costume matched that era, especially when they went back memory lane and then back to present. I think it was cool. Perfect. Cinematography, I'll borrow Niyi's, I think it's one of Niyi's favorite words, and that is delicious. If Niyi says 1,000 words, right? I think 800 of them would be delicious. So I'm saying cinematography was delicious in Niyi's voice, if you have heard him speak. And I'm so happy and proud of the cinematographer, Bani Emodi, somebody I look forward to working with someday. He's really good, and I like the way the trajectory for his career as a cinematographer in Nigeria. Acting. Okay, another parameter I'm looking at rating is acting. Acting was superb. I think Najite Dede is a very, very good actor. She paid attention to the emotions and the the facial expressions that you had to have if you were in that situation, and she played it so well. So really good acting, I would say. Editing. Okay, editing was good, right? Trust. AntHill Studios. Those people are post-production, they are like 5 and 6, so who am I to talk about their editing? But yeah, I think editing would have been better. Now, because it was kind of difficult to follow when they went back 20 years later and then came back to present time. It's not an easy movie to watch, right? You have to pay attention, like pay attention to every scene, pay attention to everything that is said for you to understand and enjoy this movie. So in the editing, I wish the editing would have made it easier, in my opinion. And I think one of the challenges, I went to check who edited, and I saw that it was Niyi. So there's something that happens when you write, you direct, and you edit. You have a story in your mind already. Yeah. So in editing, if Niyi had a different edit, if someone else edited this movie following a script, I think the person would have done a better job, because the person will not be so emotionally attached to the story. But I think Niyi already had something he wanted to share, and he edited it that way. So maybe another eye is looking at it, or doing the first cut would have been better, and then maybe he supervised and reviewed and then approved. Maybe that would have been better. That's my opinion, though. Right. So that's it for me on House of Secrets. I don't know if you have seen it. If you have seen it and you do not agree with me, or you agree with me, just drop a comment, say something about it, share, and do not forget to hit the subscribe button. In our next episode, we'll be reviewing the movie titled Sister. Yes, Sister. I said sister because the spelling is sister, right? But people are calling it sister. I don't understand. The spelling is S-I-S-T-A. Anyways, I'm not here to talk about spelling. See you next time. Watch out for Sister. Bye.